She could feel it before he even spoke. A presence, a gravity. Is the aura of semen retention a myth or a biological reality? Today, we perform a forensic autopsy on the science of abstinence. In communities like NoFap, the stories are identical. Increased attention, respect from peers, and a magnetic pull that defies logic. But anecdotes are just data points without a skeleton. Our goal is to find the biological foundation of this glow, to see if the body, when denied its primary biological release, begins to broadcast a different frequency. We begin in 2003. Researchers at Zhejiang University tracked the serum testosterone of 28 volunteers. For 5 days, the levels remained stable. Baseline noise. Then came day 7. Testosterone didn't just rise, it exploded, reaching 145.7% of the baseline, a biological mobilization of massive proportions. After the peak, the levels stabilize, but the trigger has been pulled. The body has entered a state of surplus, a physiological bank of masculine energy. This surplus is more than hormonal. Seminal fluid is rich in zinc, magnesium, and B12. By abstaining, you are no longer depleting these vital building blocks of focus. When not released, sperm cells undergo spermatolysis. They are broken down and reabsorbed. The body recycles its own vitality to fuel higher cognitive functions. One of the first external markers is the voice. Increased androgenic activity affects the vocal folds, leading to a deeper, more resonant frequency that commands attention. The surplus manifests physically. Your posture grounds itself. You move like a man who isn't in a constant state of recovery from depletion. Contrast this with the refractory loop. Most men live in a perpetual state of biological downtime, suppressed by constant spikes in prolactin. Immediately after release, prolactin surges to shut down the system. It induces a docile, lethargic state, the antithesis of the magnetic aura. Chronic frequent release means chronic high prolactin. This is the neurochemical blueprint for brain fog, lethargy, and social invisibility. Breaking the loop requires the 90-day reset. It is a biological decoupling from the addiction to immediate release, the healing of the reward system. This is a dopamine detox. Overstimulation has caused your D2 receptors to downregulate, essentially pulling back their sensors to avoid burnout. Abstinence allows them to heal. As receptors upregulate, your sensitivity to the world returns. Motivation is no longer a chore, it is a baseline. The brain fog clears. You begin to perceive social cues and opportunities with a higher resolution. You are finally mentally solid. Beyond dopamine, we find the androgen shift. Research suggests abstinence increases androgen receptor density. You become more sensitive to your own fuel. This explains why practitioners feel stronger without higher blood levels. It's not about the quantity of the hormone, it's about the sensitivity of the receiver. You occupy the space you are in with absolute certainty. This physical presence is a biological broadcast of mastery. The aura is becoming visible. The internal shift becomes external. Social chemo signals like androstenedione improve the mood of those around you. You are literally changing the room's frequency. Others don't just see you, they feel the weight of your focus. It is a primal, subconscious recognition of a man with a physiological surplus. There's a difference between lust and magnetism. Magnetism is the pull of vitality. Lust is the push of depletion. Retention moves you to the pull. This is the scent of the king, a biological broadcast of self-mastery. You aren't chasing the world. The world is starting to orbit you. The signal is sent. By maintaining your charge, you create sexual polarization. This pull of vitality cuts through the noise of modern life. She could feel the difference. It is a grounded intensity, a presence that doesn't need to shout to be heard. It is the aura of a man who knows exactly who he is. The autopsy continues. Semen retention is a nuclear reactor in your chest, but a reactor without direction is just a hazard. You must learn to transmute the fuel, Transmutation is the process of taking raw sexual fuel and directing it into cognitive and creative force. This is where the aura becomes a superpower. The surplus is directed into mastery. Successfully resisting the strongest biological urge builds an internal fortress. You are now the master of your machine. We must be honest. There are risks, anxiety, insomnia, and the flatline period where the brain recalibrates. This is the cost of deep structural change. Our investigation is complete. Semen retention is the hardware upgrade for the modern man. A return to the peak of your biology. Surplus over depletion. The decision is yours. Will you remain a ghost of depletion, or will you step into the light of your own sovereign surplus? Stay sovereign. End of report. True power is the ability to be still while the world is in chaos. Semen retention builds that stillness from the inside out. The magnetism of the leader. This is an ancient legacy. The conservation of vitality for the pursuit of higher goals. You are reclaiming a birthright of power. Surplus is your history. It is the scent of mastery, a signal that transcends words and logic. It is the biological truth of your condition. Mastery over biology is the ultimate aura. The world sees the glow, but you see the path. You are no longer looking for a destination. You are the source of the journey. The report is filed. This has been a corporate postmortem of the modern male condition. The science is clear. The practice is yours to master. Stay sovereign. The signal is sent. The world has received it. This is the end of the 12-minute investigation. Mastery is a choice. End of report. The biopeak. Rewiring the machine. The signal. The sovereign mind. These are the vectors of the new male condition. File closed. Thank you for your attention. Mastery is a choice. Stay sovereign. End of report. End of communication. We return to the neurochemistry. After the detox, the brain enters the recovery phase. This is where the true cognitive surplus begins to accumulate. Neuroplasticity is the engine of the sovereign mind. You are literally reshaping your brain's hardware to prioritize long-term dominance over short-term release. The cost of depletion is invisible until it is too late. It is a slow tax on your vitality, paid in missed opportunities and faded presence. The autopsy reveals all. The surplus advantage is real. It is the ability to sustain effort when others have reached their limit. It is the fuel of the magnetic aura. Bank it. One final signal. The aura is not a trick of the light. It is a broadcast of biological truth. The autopsy is complete. Stay sovereign. End of file. Mastery over the internal locus of control is the ultimate victory. You are no longer pushed by urges. You are pulled by purpose. Mastery is a choice. The sovereign path is open. The biological hard drive has been wiped of old patterns. You are now the master of the machine. Go forth and master the world. The signal is now constant. It no longer spikes and crashes. It is a steady broadcast of power. The world has heard you. End of report. End of report. This has been a corporate postmortem of the semen retention phenomenon. The evidence is filed. The science is grounded. Stay sovereign. File closed. This concludes the 12-minute investigation. Mastery is the only way. End of report. Stay sovereign. End of transmission. Deep within, the vitality reservoir is full. This is the source of the magnetic aura. It is a biological truth that cannot be faked. Bank your energy. Master your destiny. The chemo-signal autopsy reveals the invisible language of dominance. You are broadcasting your physiological surplus to the world. They turn their heads because they must. Sexual polarization is the result of focused vitality. By maintaining your charge, you create a pole that cuts through the noise. She could feel the difference. Real magnetism. Ultimately, retention is sovereignty, the ability to choose your own path. You are no longer a ghost of depletion. You are a beacon of power. Stay sovereign. The final report is filed. The investigation is over. The science is yours to apply. This has been a corporate post-mortem. Stay sovereign. Mastery is a choice. The resonance of mastery is undeniable. It is written in your neurochemistry. It is visible in your aura. You are the source of the journey. End of report. This has been a corporate post-mortem of the semen retention phenomenon. The evidence is filed. The science is grounded. Stay sovereign. File closed. End of file. This concludes the 12-minute investigation. Mastery is the only way. End of report. Stay sovereign. End of transmission. Mastery is yours. The biopeak. Rewiring the machine. The signal. The sovereign mind. These are the vectors of the new male condition. File closed. Mastery is a choice. End. Thank you for your attention. Mastery is a choice. Stay sovereign. End of report. End of communication. End of the 12-minute investigation. This is your biological anchor, a grounding that allows you to weather the storm of modern distractions without drifting into depletion. Bank your power. You are broadcasting on the frequency of the king, a signal of self-possession that commands respect without a single word being spoken. The aura is real. The forensic seal is set. The data is incontrovertible. Semen retention is the hardware optimization for the peak human experience. Hardware optimized. You are building a legacy of surplus, a bank of energy that fuels not just your body, but your vision, your work, and your impact. Build your empire. The ultimate sovereignty is the power to choose. To be the cause, not the effect. To be the master of your own internal neurochemistry. Choice is power. This concludes the corporate post-mortem. The report is filed. The science is yours. Stay sovereign. Mastery is a choice. End of investigation. Final report.